Okay, so once you partition the data, we can run just a linear model like this, okay, where we can use LM and then specify the y value and then selected columns if you want. If you want only few columns and you already know what columns you want to use, you can put them here with plus, 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 plus. Or if you want all of them, then you put a dot and comma, all the predictors will be used. Okay. So now I'm using all the predictors and then so you get the output. Okay. So that's your basic regression command. Okay. But if you want to do model building, okay, so model building with stepwise. So there are two different ways in which we can do stepwise model building. So one is the step method. For us to use step method, you have to first fit a full model and then use the step method with direction. So forward, direction equal to forward, direction equal to backward, or direction equal to both. So those are the three possibilities, and then you can use either one of them or all of them, figure out which one gives us the best method. So best results. So we do the full model, okay, and then so here is the step method. So the full model object, and then you provide the direction, okay, and then it gives you the results. Okay, so that's your step method. Okay. Now you can use cross validation and step. Okay, here cross validation with LM method. Okay, so you're going to now use for cross validation. We're going to use the caret sampling procedure. So you set up the control. So method equal to CV, number equal to 10. Of course, if method equal to CV and number equal to 5, the number of folds is 5. You really don't need to specify control because those are the defaults. Okay, if you don't specify a control, cross validation with 5 folds will be automatically used when you use the train method. Okay, so here data is the train data, method is LM, okay, and train control. You have the results. Okay. Now we can use the Leaps library, okay, and the Leaps library, you have 3 methods similar to the direction, forward, backward, and both. You have leap backward with B capital, leap forward with F capital, and leap sequence with S capital. Okay. So Leaps, there is no package called Leaps. Okay, so I have to install Leaps. So the rest of it is about the same. So I'm using the same control from before. Now I'm adding tune grid, okay, and for regression, tune grid has to be given as a data frame. And the NV max is the number of variables, maximum number of variables, not maximum number of predictors you want in the model. So you can try a range of them. So here I have 5 through 12, and I'm using method leap forward. Okay. Now notice here is I have a data -1. Okay, so I don't know why I have -1. Okay, so there shouldn't be a -1, I suppose. I think I was trying a few things and then I had the -1 there. Okay, so here is the train grid, 5 through 12 gives you the metrics, and then you can examine the metrics and find which use which max to figure out which model you want to use. Okay. And then, of course, once you decide on a model, okay, so you can use that model. Okay, so we did several of them now, right? So we started out with the regular LM. Okay. That one. Or we did the full model, and then we have the stepwise model, and we have the cross-validation model, and then our leap-spec model. So whichever model you finally select, okay, this is going to work exactly the same way, right? So so you're going to do predict, okay, the model object with which you want to do the prediction. Okay. It can be any one of those. So let's say that we're going to use leap-spec. Yeah. And again, that object can, is going to be any object that any one of the regression objects that you finally say, okay, this is what I want to use. And then you do, or you may want to do for each one of them, you may want to compute the metrics for the validate data set. Right? So I probably have already. So here it is. Okay. I already have that code. Right? So here it is. And then you run the accuracy for that. Okay. Now, if you want to build a table of all the accuracies for the different models, then you have to first define a blank, empty data frame, and then you do R-bind and add each one of the accuracy values to that data frame, and then finally you can print that. Okay. So that's pretty much what we covered in chapter 6. Okay, give or take. The major, I've reviewed the major concepts. Okay, so again, I want to caution you: don't rely just on the review. Okay, you need to look at the class notes and look at the homework and everything. Okay, don't rely on just the review. The review is what it is. It's review.